Welcome to Johnnies Nation. I'm Oziyah Sellers, senior guard from Hayward, California.
Welcome to Johnnies Nation. I'm Kelvin Odih, freshman guard from Providence, Rhode Island.
Welcome, Johnnies Nation. I'm Joson Sanon, number 3, and I'm from Fall River, Massachusetts.
How's the summer been overall?
For myself, I'll say the summer, it's been good. It's definitely a new experience, especially me, being from Cali and stuff like that. It's definitely like kind of a whole new transition, but I feel like over the past few weeks, I feel like I've been able to integrate myself, better here and stuff like that. But overall, it's been good for me. How about y'all?
I definitely could agree with you. The summer has been great so far. I think, we're getting closer as a team, so that's definitely great. I think every week everybody gets better. If I can speak for myself, I think every week I'm taking strides in my game. So for sure, summer's been great.
Yeah, it's been going good for me too. Adjusting on how fast we're playing and having to guard and just adjusting to how we play.
You guys been getting out into the city much?
Yeah, we did a lot of fun things. I feel like out of the schools I've been to, I feel like this school definitely we've done the most like team bonding stuff. I feel like every week we got like some type of team bonding event. But everything we did so far, low-key, been fun for me at least, especially just being able to see more of the city. We went like kind of far and stuff like that for certain things. So for me, it's been fun. I don't know about y'all though.
Definitely, the summer's been fun. As of yesterday, we went to, what was it, Kerry Fields, his house or something like that. And that was a great experience. I had a lot of fun over there. As well as the Adidas event we went to, that was pretty great. I got to meet a lot of people,
For
a lot of different people. So that was a good experience for sure.
Yeah, most of the bonding activities we've been doing was, it was straight. I like the boat ride the most.
Oh yeah, that was
calm.
That was good.
Nice ass boat.
So that boat ride, that was the first time that I seen New York City like from that perspective. That was the first time I seen the Statue of Liberty
Me too.
and stuff like that. So for me, it was fun. That was fun too, for sure. How about you?
That was cool. Like the Statue of Liberty, I never thought I would see that like in person for real. So that was literally, I can't even lie.
Now, I'm from Boston, so I'm always coming down to New York. So
Yeah.
I've been around.
Boston or New York City then?
Boston for sure. I'm gonna stay home all the time.
Joson and Kelvin, I saw you got the opportunity to train with Bryce and Coach Nick earlier in the offseason. How'd that come about?
Bryce goes to school and he went to school in Prov, and he's from Prov, and then I'm close to Prov. I live in Fall River, Mass, and that's like on the border of Prov. So, I'll be working out with Nick all the time, and then he just invited them to come work out with us. And then, they slid, and then we're just chilling from there.
Me and Joe been playing against each other since high school and all that. So just, going to the same school with somebody that you're somewhat familiar with, I thought it was pretty cool. Y'all from the same area too. So it was cool. I was definitely looking forward to it.
On what he said, it was valid because we played against each other in high school and all that. And when I figured out he committed, I was like, he from where I'm from for me. And now we're teammates.
Me finding out Kelvin was coming to St. John's. It was good just knowing that somebody that you came from like the same high school, knowing we both familiar with Julius obviously being our coach, and just how much he like held us accountable. I say it's similar to Pitino as far as like him not taking, any like you can't take plays off and stuff like that. Like he's gonna make sure he holds you accountable at all times. So I feel like us just having that standard at a young age in high school and stuff like that made the transition easier coming here. And then obviously just me and Kelvin just got, me and you just got so many stories from high school, like just our experience being in LA and stuff like that. So
Facts. There's also another guy from SoCal, Amen. Like before, obviously they were all committed before me. Y'all were committed before me, and Oziyah was mentioned to me, and they were just telling me a lot of great things about him, and it was just like he said, the same guy that came from the same product of where I'm from, which is SoCal and Julius. I just know exactly what I'm gonna get from him because I can tell you that Julius is just a guy that he didn't take mediocre for an answer, like not at all. So I knew I could relate to Oziyah on terms of we know where we want to be. We know we have similar backgrounds in terms of going to high school and all that. So
yeah, so I mean, I have played on like obviously some loaded teams, some good teams while I've been in college at Stanford and USC. Um, but I don't think that it's really comparable as far as uh, like our roster. Like obviously there's talent at all three places, but I feel like just here is so much different. Like uh, I feel like every practice is just super competitive between us. Like uh, as far as that goes, like every practice super competitive, and then obviously it was like that at both other places, but here's the dynamic is just so different. Like we got players from everywhere, a lot of different countries and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like the dynamic is just a lot different than just being on the other side of the country myself. Is just that adds to it too.
I think the biggest reason come in here is Pitino. I know he got a good like rep behind him, and knowing he's a good coach, and knowing he's gonna push you to your limits and push you hard. That's pretty much the only reason why I came here.
A big decision for me, coming to the East Coast is just, I mean, it's something I've never done before. Like my whole career, every team I played on, AAU, whatever, it's always been in Cali. And even when it came to like picking my college, like my first college being USC, it was just an easy choice, like being home. I was familiar with LA and stuff like that. But just going into my last year, like it didn't matter like where the location was. I just wanted to be where I felt like was the best fit. And then again, like just never, I've never been in New York before I came out here. So uh, just having that opportunity, obviously Pitino and his just crazy background and stuff like that, it was like something I had to be a part of.
um, definitely Coach Pitino for sure. Like Joson said, his track record is pretty crazy, you know. So I just felt like if I can go to this guy, he can definitely get me where I need to be. And that was just really the biggest factor I had, like picking my school was just where I can go and get better and learn to become the best player I could be.
So I heard you have a nickname, the Jaguar.
That just came from like directly like back in the day, like when I was like 8, 9 years old. I was like mad fast and like I was too fast for myself. Like I couldn't make a layup to like save my life because I would be like so fast running and then I'll just smoke it. So that's where it came from, and actually it kind of stuck. So like people back home call me that, all that. Yeah.
That's hard. Nah, I personally I don't really have any nickname. That's fire though. I like the Jaguar. I'm gonna start calling you that. Yeah, I don't know about for y'all, but like I said, my visit was my first time out here, um, and just seeing MSG, just knowing all the history, seeing all like the signs of like just the different concerts, fights, like you really name it for real. Uh, and just having that be like your home court in college is just wild to me. So I mean, that wasn't like that didn't make my decision, but that definitely was like wow, like I definitely want to play in here for sure.
Sure. I can agree. Like that was crazy. Like during my visit, I got to visit MSG. It was just crazy. Like the history behind that place. It was just great to experience that and to someday be a part of that history. Um, but I'm pretty sure everybody in this room here has the aspirations to be in the NBA. And the Knicks play over there, so I'm I'm just glad and it's a blessing for sure that we get to share that court with them and somewhat experience that before we get there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's gonna be a great experience.
I just feel like it's gonna be valid. It's gonna be loud, especially how New York is and all the fans. I just feel like it's gonna be valid. I ain't gonna lie.
So is it Knicks or Celtics then?
Celtics,
I know Celtics for sure.
Celtics for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Knicks had a great year this year, so this is the most I've been tuned in with them just being on the West Coast. Like, obviously, we really just watch like Warriors, Lakers, stuff like that. So, I mean, just being tuned in with them this year and just seeing how crazy the fans got, like sold out, MSG sold out and stuff like that, and just hearing people say like some Johnny games are like similar, if not like just like this.
Yeah.
And me seeing that was just wild to me. So that's definitely something that I wanted to be a part of for sure. I mean, for me, obviously, one of my old teammates, Vince, was on the team last year. So just naturally, a lot of my friends that are in college, I'll tune into their games and stuff like that when I got a chance. So I was watching a few games for sure, especially the Big East tournament championship and stuff like that. But at the time, I wasn't thinking that I was going to transfer, so it didn't really faze me or move me like that. But it was still good to see and watch my bro. I don't know about y'all though.
I mean, Coach Pitino coached at PC, so I was like, and he made history over there, Final Four and all that. So everybody from Providence, everybody knows Rick Pitino. So I was definitely tapped in with St. John's, and it made me tap in even more with the noise they was making, the year they was having for sure. So I watched a lot of games. I even watched them when they came down here. Came down to Providence for March Madness. Yeah, I was there. I watched their games as well.
Nah, me too. I was at that game when they played at Providence. That last game they played. Yeah, they had. That was like a neutral site. And they still had mad fans over there. So it was just.
Obviously, we know that Pitino's workouts and practices are like known for like high intensity and stuff like that. Like, how do y'all feel like y'all adjusted, and was it like a shock to y'all?
I mean, not really like more of a shock, just because of the guys and I've been around before college, like high school, middle school. I've been around some people that were very, very passionate about the game. Let me say, so. And like I said before, all my coaches that I've had never let me be mediocre or not playing hard on the court. There was always a consequence for that, if you know what I mean. So I definitely had that coming into college. And, Coach Pitino, him being, let me say, at a higher level than these coaches that I've been with, I think he's just going to be able to polish it even more, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel like in practices, he's very intense on you, and you mess up, he's always on you, when you mess up and stuff like that. And it's just before I committed, and my first day here, I already was expected to work hard because just how what's his name, you feel me?
So I mean, is there any specific drills, stuff like that stood out since we've been here? I can speak for myself. I wouldn't say a specific drill, but just the individuals we do, as many shots as we get up, we'll do individuals. It wouldn't even be that long, but just getting all those reps, that's something that I haven't had in my previous school.
I can definitely agree to that.
Shit, you get no break in them shits.
Yes, back to back. For real, so.
I ain't gonna lie.
So I'll say as far as us in practice, competing, our practices, I feel like they've been super competitive. I feel like everybody's really guarding everybody, whether that's matchups, getting switched, and stuff like that. And everybody on our team could play, 1 through 14, 15, could all play. So no matter who you're guarding or what the teams are, I know for myself it's going to be a competitive scrimmage for sure.
And we're all around the same size and stuff like that. It makes it easier for us to, just to guard everybody.
Yeah. I mean, what would y'all say is the biggest adjustment to your game or that you had to make this summer?
I mean, Mine would probably be like I'll have to talk a lot more on the court, like
Right.
communicate. That would probably be like my biggest adjustment. In high school, it's not the same. Like you don't really have to communicate as much, if you know what I mean. So communicating and talking, most definitely.
Communication for sure, and maybe playing faster because I didn't really like to play fast like that. But he's pushing me to go play faster and stuff like that, and always push the ball up and pass it up and stuff like that. I just feel like that's like my way of just scoring because when you get rushed, you gotta rush everything. Like for example, if I get rushed to a pull up, you gotta rush your pull up too. Like it's just that's why I just feel like when I'm taking my time and just getting to my spot, it's just easier to like score, like slow the game down and stuff like that. But where Rick Pitino plays, I still be able to do that. It's just like on fast break moments, you just go play faster than what I usually play.
Now, I'll say for myself personally, kind of like Joe said, the biggest adjustment for me was just playing way faster. Like at USC, yeah, we played fast, but it was still like a lot of like, all right, stop, call a play, call a set. And then at Stanford, at times we played fast, but that was more so like pretty much every time down we like looking at coach or we calling a play or something like that. So just being here and just being emphasized, like you get the rebound, look up, like look ahead. It's something that's been an adjustment, but I feel like it hasn't been a hard adjustment because I feel like that's how like I like to play. Like even in AAU, all my AAU teams we play like super fast, and I feel like that's when me personally I thrive the best. And I feel like, especially when you're in shape, like if you playing fast, you could beat a lot of teams just by that. So I mean, what would y'all say the conditioning been like?
I mean, conditioning has been it's been crazy for sure. Uh, I could say not my favorite, but like the craziest one was probably like the stairs. You remember the stairs that we went to, like that park
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
nutty. That was very crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, the conditioning is definitely something that it's been crazy, but like I said, I feel like it's needed for us. And in a way, I mean, yeah, we go to do conditioning and stuff like that outside, but I feel like a lot of our conditioning practice is just us playing for it. And I
Yeah,
feel like that's my favorite type of condition. Like I'd rather play all day instead of just running 17s all practice.
That was facts though.
I feel like and I feel like we're getting in shape crazy. Like I feel like right now I'm pretty much in the best shape I've been in personally. I don't know about y'all.
Nah, I can definitely agree.
Yeah.
Like you said, my favorite type of condition is just playing, and that's what we've been doing mostly. It's just a lot of getting up and downs, and playing basketball live, and I feel like that's the best way you could get better too. Is like experiencing the game. Wow, so we're basically killing two birds in one stone.
Fact.
Yeah,
I think our worst conditioning one was the first day we got here with
What was that?
with
Oh
Jeff.
yeah,
Oh,
nah,
man.
that was
And then, we,
crazy.
and then we finished it with the ladder, the
Yeah,
push
no,
up
we
ladder.
did.
That
I
was
think we
crazy.
did something like that the next day too.
And you got
that was.
and you got Tombo here taking forever to do 5 push ups. Bro, I was
Nah, yeah, that's when I knew. I'm like, yeah, this is real. It's no joke. It's gonna be a real year for sure.
The college game and the high school between the difference between the college and the high school game is there's a big difference for sure. I mean, in terms of the speed, the physicality, the length,
pressure.
and the skill level as well. Like obviously there's skilled guys in high school, but these guys in college, like just speaking from the experience with like my teammates, these guys, their game is much simpler, but they're more effective. If you know what I mean, like they're more effective with it. So I'm just saying, I could say that there's a big difference. So all the guys that are in high school, just be ready. Okay, I would say the like shooting, for example, like in high school, if you want to shoot the ball, someone can't really contest your shot like that, if you know what I mean. Like in college, like guys are up on you, high hands. Like I said, the length here is different. Like you gotta get your shot off much quicker at this level for sure. So that's one thing I could say for sure.
A big reason you three are part of the system is your shooting ability. What do you guys feel you bring to the table in that regard?
Uh, yeah, for myself, I say, obviously all three of us could shoot, but for myself, I feel like uh, my whole life I've kind of just been like known as a shooter. I feel like a lot of people just label me shooter, shooter, shooter. So I mean, coming here, I definitely wanted to showcase more of my game, my all around game and stuff like that. Um, but obviously, shooting is important, and that's what the coaches brought me here for. So I mean, I feel like that's definitely something I could bring this year. And I feel like as far as our team, like I feel like most guys could shoot. So I'm like, teams trying to guard that. It's like they could try to key in on one guy. We got shooters everywhere. They could try to double Zuby, whatever. We got shooters. Like I feel like the shooting is definitely gonna be fun to watch for sure.
I would say, yeah, our shooting is pretty good. Not really good. Because, like, Oziyah a good shooter. I'm a good shooter. A couple more other guys is a good shooter on this team. And the crazy part, like, we don't have to shoot either because we all athletic. And we can just go up and, drive it and score. So that's, like, makes us really effective.
Yeah. So as far as the chemistry goes, I feel like we got close pretty quick. Like I feel like maybe the first week and a half, 2 weeks, like everybody was kind of to themselves, more quiet and stuff like that. But I mean that's normal. That's how people get to know each other. But I feel like once we started doing like team activities, just conversations after practice, before practice, I feel like we pretty much click pretty fast. What y'all think?
I could agree for sure. I think like a lot of team bonding that we've been doing has helped with like us getting closer. And even like little things on the court, like you pass the ball to your teammate, he hits the shot, you dap him up, like a pass, stuff like that. Like um, it definitely builds a connection, which helps on the court for the chemistry.
Yeah, for sure. I think after that Adidas event, we clicked for sure because, Calv is being all types. He was, he was, like opening up and stuff. Everybody else is like interacting with people and stuff like that, and everybody's like being more together and stuff like that.
I'm not sure if you guys keep up with Coach P on socials, but he's had some good things to say about you all. Super excited to have the passionate, hungry, and driven sharpshooter Joson Sanon joining the Johnnies. He can play multiple positions and has awesome potential. Welcome to the fam, Joson.
I didn't read that, but from hearing it now, it's it's cool. Like he sees the potential in me, and he knows I'm a shooter, and just knows I could play for me, and that's pretty much it.
Really excited to have Oziyah Sellers in a Johnny's uniform. Worked him out and he put on a shooting performance. Great size and tremendous work ethic. Pumped. With the flex emoji.
Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like just having a coach that believes in you is like big. Obviously, and then me wanting to be held accountable. Like, obviously the workout. That was my first time doing like the shooting workout and stuff like that. So it was pretty intense, and I was getting tired. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I was a little out of shape at the time, but yeah, just hearing that and just hearing like his belief in me and stuff like that. And any coach that believes in you like that, like how could you not want to play hard for them?
Surprise of the summer has been Kelvin Odih. Plays every position hard. So surprising for a freshman. Lot to learn, but love his motor.
Now it's definitely great to be acknowledged by someone of that caliber. I could say that, like I said, like all my coaches never let me be like mediocre and all that. In terms, I always had to play hard. So it's definitely great that that's being seen for sure.
Were you guys surprised that Coach P actually walked you through those workouts on your visits?
Me personally, I was surprised. Like at my previous schools, it's usually always been like assistant coaches that like run the workouts and stuff like that. But just seeing Pitino himself like conducting the workouts, and even I feel like our workouts usually are like super simple. Like it's not even anything crazy. But I feel like it works and it's getting us better.
I was surprised for sure because even like my previous visits, it's either like Oziyah said, it's either assistants or like managers working you out, or you just don't work out at all.
Yeah.
So that was definitely different.
You guys have all spent a decent amount of time around Coach now. Are there any impactful lessons that have stuck out to you?
For myself, I mean, I feel like I've learned so much. It's not even one thing right now that I could pinpoint, but just when you hear him speak, like you just hear like, I mean, for me personally, I feel like you hear just the years of just knowledge, and like I feel like everything he says is just like, wow, like damn, it's spot on. Like that makes sense. When like, I mean, I'm not bashing any previous coaches, but I have had like people try to give me advice before, and I'm just like not really sure about it. But I feel like with Pitino, everything he says just like it sounds spot on.
For sure. I mean, like I don't have a exact thing, but everything he's told me, like I'm gonna listen to him. Like to be honest, like I'm just gonna listen to him because his resume speaks for itself, and he's been in this game so long. He's coached at all levels, at the highest level as that. So, and that's where I want to go. So I think I would be kind of foolish to not listen to him or to not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a thing I could like say he told me, but all the things he told me, I listened and just went through what he told me.
If I had to describe Coach Pitino in one word, I'll say charming. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's a lot of. I feel like a lot of people don't feel like he is, or like feel like he's just serious at all times. But like,
Oh yeah, he be joking all the time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's cracking jokes, like bubbly guy, nice guy. Like I'll say charming.
If I can describe Coach Pitino in one word, I would say intelligent.
If I could describe it in one word, I would say determined.
What's your first bucket for the Johnnies going to look like?
I have no clue what my first bucket for the Johnnies is gonna look like. I feel like most people probably think it's gonna be a 3-pointer. So I'll say that, but I mean I have no clue.
My first bucket for the Johnnies, I want it to be a dunk, to be honest. Yeah.
My first bucket for the Johnnies, I would have wanted to be Joe Pull-Up.
Dunk, assist, or 3-pointer?
I'll say out of a dunk, assist, or 3-pointer, I'll say I'll probably like dunk the most. Just because a lot of people they don't think that that's in my game, so when I do, I feel like it shocks people sometimes.
I'll say dunk for sure.
I'll say dunk too.
Do you guys have any pregame rituals?
Me personally, I don't have any game day superstitions or rituals besides maybe like just taking a pregame nap or try to just get a little bit of rest before the game. But maybe listen to music. That's really it.
Honest gotta be like definitely listening to music, but I like to take like mad showers before I play. I feel like taking like mad hot showers gets your body like warm and moving, all that type of stuff.
I would say listen to music, listen to some Kodak or some Chef G, chilling.
What music do you put on before a big game?
For me personally, I mean, my music could be anything before a game. Like, it really depends how I'm feeling. Usually when I wake up, I like something a little more chill, though, just to like clear my mind and stuff like that. And usually, I'll listen to pregame music, probably something a little more upbeat, like rap or something like that. Like maybe an hour before, 2 hours before, something like that. Just to get my body going, like get my mind, flowing a little bit.
My pregame music, I agree with those guys. Some upbeat for sure. Something that's gonna get me like turned. Like I like YB, Chucky. Yeah, top 2 right now.
What would you say is song of the summer?
Me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like a lot of like the mainstream songs right now. Like I feel like usually every summer usually has like a pinpointed song of the summer. I don't really feel like this summer has one. What y'all do?
Yeah, there's not a song this summer that I could say like. No.
I'll be on TikTok, so that Lululemon song, the kind of girly ass song.
I would go, Joe. I would go.
See? We don't know what you're talking about.
Win Wimmy.
Obviously, you guys all have aspirations of making it to the league. Are there any players in the league that you pattern your game after?
Me personally, I don't feel like there's anybody in the league that I like to pattern my game after. Growing up, just being from the Bay, naturally, you know, pretty much everybody's favorite player was Steph Curry in the Bay. So, I mean, I watched him a lot growing up. Just seeing the crazy stuff he would do, like, kind of inspire me. But as far as at this age right now, it's nobody I really model my game after.
I mean, I like to. There's not like a specific player that like I feel like I play like. I just like to take a little bit of different things from different players. Like I like Ant with his athleticism, the way he gets to the rim, stuff like that. Lou Dort with like the defense and all that. I think those two for now.
Certain players I like to model my game after is a little bit of Devin Booker, Prime Brad Bill, and I say Shea. Just because, Shea gets to his spots whenever he wants. Same with Brad Bill. They all get to their spots. I like the shot making of Devin Booker.
Look around at the jerseys hanging. Any that stand out to you guys in particular?
For me, I'll say Ron Artest, just because, I mean, obviously everybody knows him as being like a crash out, getting in a fight, stuff like that. So as far as like stands out, is Ron Artest for me.
I would definitely agree. Ron Artest for me is for sure. I didn't know he went here. Like I never knew he came here, so that was surprising when I found out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for the season in all aspects, like playing games, just bonding, practices, everything. Like, I feel like overall it's going to be a super exciting season, not only for us, but for the fans, for anybody tuning in. Like, I feel like it's going to be a lot of excitement. Thank you guys for watching the Johnnies podcast. Appreciate you guys listening. See y'all next time.